Well, just got home from Port Angeles and picked up the new bike. This is a 2018 KTM 250 EXC-F. Street legal. I believe they call it a dual sport enduro. I'm not sure. This is before any mods are done to it. Like I said, it just got home. Haven't even ridden it yet. Absolutely beautiful. Had a couple of mods I'm going to do to it right off the bat. These mirrors, I'm going to take these off before I lose them in the woods. Tree's going to take them off for me, or I'm going to crash and the dirt's going to eat them. I have the simple fold down mirrors that are going to go on there. I'm going to do that today. I have the front guard on the front that I'm going to put on today. At the plastic one, keep the weight down on the bike. The previous bike I went from, coming from to this one, was a TTR 230, and it was a 2011. So a lot shorter than this. I think it was 34-inch seat height. This bike has a 37-inch seat height currently. About 2 inches shorter than the bigger EXC-Fs. I believe those are running about 39-inch seat height. I'm going to send the suspension off shortly here, probably next week, down to Prescott, Arizona, and have it shortened just a little bit. Make the bike a little bit more enjoyable to ride. Also have the bark busters, or the guards for the front here. I'm going to attempt to see if I can mount them on. A lot of people say it can or can't be done. But you know, we don't like people that say nothing can be done, so we're going to give it a try. Have the wrench for the shock on the back for adjust the preload. If I want to take that off. The KTM Pro Bend CRM. These are what I'm going to try to put on that apparently won't fit in EXC-F. So we'll see about that. Little grab handle for the side of the bike. And the bash plate for the front. Yeah. Skid plate, they call it. I call it bash plate, but. The little cheapy mirrors. Flip mirrors for the front. That way we can still stay street legal and not worry about getting them ripped off in the woods. So we'll go ahead and get those accessorized, get them thrown up on here. Put the bash plate on here, the mirrors, take these mirrors off, and maybe put it around a little bit, and then tomorrow I'll work on taking the suspension off, the rear suspension off, throwing it in this fancy Pelican case right here. Picked up pretty cheap at the local warehouse store. And then waiting for those parts to get back with eager patience. All right, thought you guys would like to see it. We actually took a long drive out to get it today, about 2 hours each way into Port Angeles. Anybody wants to know the details and the information on where I got it and how much I save, feel free to PM me. Saved quite a bit on this bike just by driving 2 hours each way. Like I said, beautiful bike. No one has it around here. This is a 2018. They still have 17s on the showroom floors. Had to special order this one, and it didn't take long to get here. But very pleased. I like the color combo, the new color combo. They have the white pieces here on the new ones. The 17s are all orange up in this area. You always get the different color combos depending on which version of the bike you get. If you get the MXs, they're more orange and white through here. We'll see how this tire performs also for off the trails. I'm not sure if I'll switch to like a 606 Dunlap or leave the Continental on there. The traction looks pretty decent. Kind of soft. So yeah, we'll see how it performs. But very pleased with the looks of this bike. Yeah, here's where the grab handle will go. So you can pick it up out of the ditch when you crash it. Notice there is no Kickstarter. Forego it on this version. Probably save a little bit of weight. Got the nice dirt-free pegs on there. And that's one thing that I think I'm going to have to look at on this bike to see if I like it or not, is the kickstand. It's got that auto-up kickstand, so as soon as you pick the bike up, the thing just goes up. They give you a bolt to fix that so it doesn't do it. But I can just see me dropping this, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I hear the gears are one of the first things that I'll want to change on this. Different size sprockets on there. So we'll see about getting those done. I'll make the initial ride, maybe one good riding session before I decide to change those out or not. Looks like pretty decent radiator guards in the front. I've seen a couple people in the older models get some sticks and stuff in there, causing a leak. Yeah. All right, let's give it a fired up real quick so you guys can hear what it sounds like. The other things that you get with the KTM is the ready to race binder, zippered binder with the bike, with some cool gadgets in there. You get the KTM pen, you get a card, a key code card, has your individual code on it in case you need any keys remade or that the dealership uses to program the bike. This is a wash cap set. Find out a little bit more about those, see what those really are. Looks like a spark plug wrench. A fancy toolkit. And in the toolkit, it looks like you get a little socket, nut drivers, another socket probably for the back wheel, front wheel maybe. I'll see here. An array of a couple of wrenches. Driver for the sockets more than likely, and some pliers with wire cutters on them. The owner's manual for the 250 EXC-F. With illustrations, how-tos, and it's in English. Amazing. Alright, lots of good stuff. Packet with the paperwork from the dealer. Some fork stickers, Explorer forks, and the Ready to Race KTM pad of paper. And that is what comes in the book. The baggie of goodies that came with the bike here, looked in a little bit into what's in this bag. You do have the two boots for the clutch and the brake. You do have a different throttle accessory here, this black ring. Apparently there's two different ones. There's a gray one and a black one. The gray one that comes on the bike is a moderate version. This one's a little bit more extreme version. It came with these two gray caps here, right here and here. This actually replaces the original black mirror, screw-in mirror ones. So I did take those off because we have the different mirrors on the bike now. The kickstand screw right here to replace the auto-up kickstand. You have two shorter bolts here as well, and these shorter bolts are for replacing of the section here on the bike. these bolts here for your clutch and your brake on both sides. For when you do remove these shields here, these little plastic shields, if you're going to put the center reach mount bark busters on or something like that, it's the shorter bolt, so it removes this plastic piece around the top and the bottom, shortens the bolt up because it no longer will attach here at this point. So this piece here has the bolt embedded in the bottom of it, so you do need to replace that. That comes out, the shorter bolt goes in, because on the new versions they'll attach to the handlebars in here and wrap around and go inside here into the end of the grip. A couple more little accessories in here. Still have to find out what these two little bolts are for, and this third one in here, but that pretty much sums up what's in this little bag. All right, we have the mirrors mounted. It was a little tight getting them up here. I have one more thing to mount up here, and that's going to be the bark busters. I think I'm figuring they'll mount probably low here somewhere. I have to look at how they're configured to see how they'll mount on here. Got the skid plate mounted on the front. I reused the original OEM bolts for that. They were the same size as the ones that were supplied. Fits good, fits well. No modifications needed. Simply bolts straight on. The grab handle, just finished installing that. Just removed the original bolts that were in there. You put the spacers in, add the longer bolts back in that are supplied with the grab handle. Very simple installation, maybe took 5 minutes. That maybe took 5 minutes. The mirrors took a little bit longer just due to placement and moving a couple of things around. But other than that, everything's turning out great. The bark busters are going to be the harder ones. So we'll see exactly how those fit on here shortly. Just a quick update on the bike. Brand new bike, maybe you got 2 miles on it. This is what happened to it. Just kidding. Took out the suspension to ship off to be custom lowered. Removed the rear PDS shock there. Removed the front forks. Just showing you what it looks like without any of the good stuff on it. So go ahead and get those off. They shipped out today. A couple day turnaround, shipping time. Should have it back within the next maybe 2 weeks, hopefully. So very excited to get it back and being able to ride this comfortably. All right, you guys have a great day. Take care. Thanks for watching the video, and please don't forget to subscribe.